was out for 5 days. I was a believer. They were like, Debbie, you've got to get you an EcoFlow. Then my best friend moved here and she was like, what's your advice? You've got to get you an EcoFlow. Of course, you need cute swimsuits. You're going to go to the beach, but you got to get you an EcoFlow. And what's great about this offer, when I got this model, I at first did not have access to the trolley. So I want you to know that with this offer, for the first time, we include the trolley. I don't know if you can come back out here, but you have the trolley that you're going to get. So Justin is, has his 2 batteries on the trolley, but everybody is going to get the trolley. So this is going to make it easy to get around. I hope that you're getting the solar panel, because normally the solar panel is $700. And so the fact that when you pick this up with the option of the solar panel, we're throwing that in for you. We're throwing in the trolley. You're saving $1,400 off if you get this with the solar panel, and you want to be able to let the sun power it up. Because yes, you're going to use this, during the storms, and there's rolling blackouts, and you're at their mercy. You're calling the electrical companies, are doing the best that they can, and it feels really badly when they tell you, oh, I thought we were going to have you back on in 5 days. No, it's going to be 8 days. No, it's going to be 14 days. You've got to eat. You've got to sleep. My husband works from home. We had to get this. So the reason I say this is perhaps the best purchase I've made, because this allows your household to still go on. My son, it may sound silly, but when he's missing school because a hurricane is out, I still want him to be able to decompress and do his video games.
Yeah.
You stop driving me crazy. Get on there and play that Fortnite, whatever it is you play. You still want him to be able to watch TV. You still want to be able to get those weather reports. You still want him to be able to eat real food. My husband has a CPAP machine, and some people have breathing machines. So this is an absolute essential, and I'm telling you, what do you spend $60 on? That's what you need to decide today. You spend $60 on dinner. This is so you can have dinner every single night of the week when the power goes out. You can hook it up to everything in your house, 99% of your appliances. $60 to get this home with the solar panel. So maybe you go camping, you've got your solar panel. This is going to charge it by the power of the sun. Maybe you go out and you do the whole, tailgating, woohoo, go Cowboys, all that, but they didn't do too good this year. But anyway, go Cowboys. But
what have they done well?
Don't start with me. But you're gonna use this with so much. But if you do not want the solar panel, we only have 120 left. We're already very busy on the phones because we don't have this for the lowest price where we throw in the solar panel. That's why I would get it. And we throw in the trolley. But it is less expensive if you're not getting the solar panel. But think about this. You're saving $1,000 off of one option, $1,400 off the next option. It's a no-brainer, especially getting the extra battery, like you said.
Yeah.
Doubling up the power. This is absolutely fantastic.
It is. This is only the second presentation that we've done with this at the lowest price that we've ever done. Just yesterday, almost half of you got not only the bundle, but got it with the extra battery. And I think it makes so much sense. It's the way that I have it set up at home because we don't know how long we're going to be out of power. When I'm getting prepared for the hurricane, the first thing I did was not only get all my power stations charged up, but all my extra batteries. And so then we start to prioritize. Again, we talked about how nice it is that we have so many alternatives and different size power stations. So whether this is your first purchase or maybe your second or third purchase of EcoFlow, if you have one of the smaller ones, great. We love those. It's the portability aspect that we love about that. But that's one of the things that I've been fighting so much for you, is to get this trolley. Because yes, it's 50 pounds, but knowing that now I can make this even more portable than ever, and I love the fact that we allow you to stack it on top as well. This trolley will hold up to 165 pounds. We're showing you the value on the extra battery, and I want you to think, if you're saving $1,400, then that's why so many of you picked up the extra battery, because now you can get even double the power, double the time, and all it is just one cable that simply connects from the back of your power station to the extra battery. And I want you to notice as well, we still have another port. You can in fact get 2 extra batteries. You can triple the amount of time that you can run all of these different things. So I want to kind of start from the beginning, and I want to walk over to what we're typically used to, because this is really, when we think of backup power, this is what the majority of us always think of. But it's so limited, right? And when we say limited, not everybody that's watching right now can own a generator. And so now we've just eliminated everybody out there who lives in an apartment, who lives in a condo, from owning one of these gas generators. Whereas I always say this isn't for everybody, but this is. You know, with our generator, what do we need to do? We need to be outside. Well, if it's pouring rain and if it's freezing out, Debbie, if it's a blizzard outside, the last thing I'm thinking is I want to have to go outside and then refuel it, make sure that it's running. How about even before all of that happens, I'm going to have to worry about the maintenance. And you know what else I'm going to have to worry about? I'm going to have to worry about the fuel, right? The fuel right here, that runs out. We run out of fuel. But we don't run out of fuel when it comes to EcoFlow because we now not only have the option for the extra battery, but we also give you the option of getting it with the solar panel. So now with our solar panel, we can use full sustainability and the power of the sun to go ahead and actually power up our EcoFlow and recharge our EcoFlow. Guess what? For free. We're not having to worry about the residual payments of gasoline and or the maintenance side of it. Or how about just the physical laboring side of it, right? This right here, and I'll move this over to the side, this was my my generator. It ended up flooding in about 15 feet of water in this past hurricane because it wasn't working. I couldn't carry the thing. This weighs, you know how heavy this is just to wheel this thing into the studio? This is very heavy, and it's the maintenance side, but this ended up flooding, and the battery for my push-start generator was dead. So I couldn't start this with the electric, and I couldn't start it manually because this was completely jammed. So all these different things you start to kind of run into, and you start to kind of go back and forth, whereas with this, I can't run it inside, but my EcoFlow I can. With this only has 2 AC outlets. With my EcoFlow, I've got, let's see, I'm gonna turn it around. I've got 6 3-prong AC outlets. So now when I think about prioritizing, I can plug in refrigerator, I can plug lights, fan, portable AC unit, the heater, the blow dryer, all of these different things. I'm not unplugging to plug things in. And I love the fact that it is the upgraded version. Really quickly, you know, one of the things I really love about this too is it doesn't limit you, of course, as far as what it can power, but when you're getting the Delta 2 Max, you're not getting the older one, obviously, you're getting the newer model, but you're getting the latest, greatest battery technology. And the important part of that is that you're investing in newest technology that's gonna last you even longer. So our Delta 2 Max charges even faster. 0 to 80% in less than 45 minutes. Think about that. I just had the refrigerator, I had the microwave running, I had the light, the fan, we said 20 hours. 20 hours, and it takes only 45 minutes from 0 to 80%. That's in 45 minutes. The other part about it is it's lighter weight than its predecessor, and it has a longer warranty because of it. It's a 5-year warranty, but it also means that if I was to deplete this and recharge it, it would take me 10 years before it only charged from 0 to 80%, because on our older models, roughly about 300 and a little over 300 life cycles. This now has 3,000 life cycles, meaning it's going to last you, at a minimum, 10 years before and beyond, right? It only charges from 0 to 80% in 10 years. That's if you deplete it and recharge it once a day, Debbie. So all these different things, these are so many different reasons, but all of the different reasons we talk about as far as applications, we're never limited because, yeah, it's not just for an emergency. Think about the tailgating. If it's the Cowboys game, if it's the Dolphins game, take it outside and have a good time with it too.
Absolutely. And you guys, we made it affordable for you because, you know, when I first moved here, I thought, I can't afford to get a gas generator. You know, they want $5,000, anywhere from $5,000 to $8,000. And I'm like, what? I just got here. You know, haven't had the storms to come just yet. I don't want to be out of that kind of money. I had a neighbor, they had their generator. They were like, you guys come over here anytime you want. That thing was loud. I always knew when the power went out because it was so loud. I'm scared of fumes. You're emitting fumes that you don't want to inhale. I don't want to have the fuel. So this allows you to have an electric power station from the leading brand in America. That is EcoFlow. And you get this home, not spending $5,000 to $8,000, but $54.44 if you want to use your VIP financing, which means you have an HSN card. Please do that today. It is $54.44 to get home the Delta 2 Max without the solar panel. That's $54 and change. Interest-free payments as long as you pay it on time over 18 months. I hope you get that. So if you're sitting at home like, I never had one because I wasn't going to go out and spend $5,000 on a loud generator with fumes. A lot of people ban that anyway. If you want to get it with the solar panel, spend $60, spend about $6 more, and you get the solar panel, and you have it for life, and the powered by the sun, which also is going to power your Delta 2 Max power station. This is the latest technology, but the lowest price when you can spend $60 to get this home. VIP financing means you have your HSN card. If you don't have your HSN card, you may be thinking, well, I don't have one. today's the perfect day to get it. I'll give you $15 just for opening it up so you can have peace of mind and get this baby home. Call the number on your screen. You open up your HSN card. You save $15 there. But I want you to know, with this being the lowest price, if you get it without the solar panel, it's $1,000 off. This is not something we do all the time, but we know all the winter storms are blowing through. We have all of the wreaking havoc of the wildfires. And then if you get it with the solar panel, it is $1,400 off. We've never done that before. So I was not able to get this deal, but I still got it because I don't want to be stuck like Chuck, as you say. It's the worst feeling in the world when the power goes out and your kid is like, you know, Mom, I can't see, it's dark, and, you know, when is it going to come back on? And, you know, they have to do their homework, and my husband works from home and he's got to work. You don't want to put your job in jeopardy. You don't want to put your kids' education in jeopardy. You want to be able to eat. You want to be able to sleep. You got to maybe need a fan, or you maybe need heat, depending on the time of the year. This allows life to still go on, because what are you gonna do? The first time we were here and we got hit with Hurricane Irma, you guys, you go to a hotel, that's very expensive. Some people can't afford that. Then you have to go to a shelter and be around strange people. I hate to say it, but you don't know those people, and they're sleeping next to your kid. And then if you want to go and crash at somebody's house, you feel like an inconvenience. Take the power back and be able to power up 15 devices in your home: your refrigerator, your fans, your heater, your microwave. Be able to eat and sleep and still be able to have the computer to come on so you can do your work. Justin, you know what it boiled down to? Because at first, you know, we'd never heard of EcoFlow, to be honest. And we lived in Tornado Alley coming from Texas, but we just, you know, we just hadn't heard of it. With this being the #1 brand, to be able to have this power station, because we bought the smaller one, then my husband said, let's upgrade. This is such a fantastic deal. I've never seen us throw in the trolley. You need that because this baby's heavy.
Yeah.
But what I like is, and I hate to say it, you shouldn't say even a woman can do it, but my husband will say that. You just push a button. Like, I don't want to read a bunch of directions, so I'll just say that. I'm not trying to insult any woman who wants to fix things and read a bunch of directions. That's not me. I'm easy. You push a button. If I need to run some errands and I'm at home with Kingston and he's 13 and the power goes out because we live near the water at one point, the power always goes out in that neighborhood. I was like, I taught him how to use it. You push a button. It's so simple. You're not buying any gasoline. You're not emitting any fumes. And a lot of HOAs and condos and apartments don't allow those gas generators in the first place. So this really is the perfect solution.
Yeah. Well, and I'm glad that you said it about the woman, because if I said it, I would be getting a lot of hate mail.
Yeah, you can't say it, but it's so easy. We'll say even a kid can do it, even a woman can do it. I'm gonna probably get email, but you know what? I don't want complicated stuff to do. That's just me.
Do you know how many women come up to me and say, that's what I want, because I don't want to do that?
Right.
And it's okay. And you know, I always even talk about, you know, I lived next to an ex-military guy, and he was, of course, the do-it-all type. And he had his own gas generator. We're getting ready for a hurricane. He's sitting out there for hours trying to get the thing running.
Right.
Couldn't get it running. It doesn't matter who you are. If you're a do-it-all type person, male, man or woman, it does not matter. We all need the same thing. We need power. And if we can make it easier for you, then why would you not do it? And that's why we say, you know, you were talking about, Deb, nobody knew this existed before. You know, even after 6 years, a lot of what we do during this presentation is very just educational, right? Telling you that something like this does exist and how you can use it at home. And the fact that I always talk about, you know, it's nice to have something like this, but it's nice to know that you can use it and that you will use it, right? Because it's not something you say, I'm going to get a generator.
Right.
But am I going to feel confident that am I going to be home to do it? You know, a lot of the women come to me and say, well, you know, Justin, my husband went and got a generator at the house, but if he's not home, I'm not going to feel confident to go ahead and use it myself. The other part of it too is, and we mentioned it earlier, and you just said, you know, if you're an HOA after 10 o'clock, I can't be running a generator because it's too loud. If I want to go camping at 10 o'clock, there's the quiet time. If I'm in an apartment or condo, I can't own a gas or propane generator. If I'm in a conventional home, I don't want to have to go out in the middle of a storm or even before the storm, have have to get the fuel, make sure that every few months that I'm turning on that generator and getting it to run. Maybe it's in the storage facility, maybe it's in the garage, all of these different things. We truly have simplified it for you. Again, this is the #1 brand, but when you go to hsn.com and you read the reviews on all of the different power stations, you're gonna be blown away because of the different stories. And that's what we love about this. It is the stories, and it's your stories, and it's our stories. All the different people here in the HSN studio, they're part of the HSN family that all own EcoFlows after all these years of hearing it and then saying, you know what, I need to just get one. And then I'm so glad I did, because then when we had the hurricane, when we were out of power for a week, when we were out of power for 2 weeks or 3 weeks for some situations, it's the fact that it was easy and it was simple. So what we're doing right now is we're showing you more applications. We're in the bedroom. We've got the CPAP machine running, as Debbie, you were just talking about. It's the medical devices. Again, these are not medical devices that I'm just throwing out. These are from your stories, from your reviews. CPAP, nebulizer, oxygen, dialysis machine, being able to use it to recharge even some of your electric scooters. This right here is a $700, and probably today they're more expensive, who knows, CPAP machine. And you don't think twice about investing in the $700 CPAP machine because you need it. Because you want to be able to CPAP. No, we talk about your husband all the time. He needs a CPAP machine. I need a nebulizer. My sister, who's type 1 diabetic, we need to make sure that her medicine, we are all, have all these different, things that might not be in common, but most of us have the same thing in common. We need power. I wanted to show you really quick. Let me turn this on. It's saying 43 hours for the CPAP machine. 43 hours for my CPAP machine. If you think about that, what does that represent? How many nights that you're not having to sit there and worry, how are we gonna power that up? And that's why I love about getting the larger power stations. One of the things I love about having one of these at home. Of course, I've got a lot of them, but you know what I've done? I've given a lot of them to my neighbors, a lot of them to my family members. These are the ones that I want them to have because we don't know when the power is gonna go out. We don't know when the power is gonna come back on. When it's a day, okay. When it's 2 days and 3 or 4, I want more power, I want more time. That's one of the things I love about this, and that's what the Delta 2 Max gives you. It gives you the time, and it gives you the power.
And you guys, if you want this Delta Max without the solar panel, we are getting down to the last 100, okay? We have 118 left. Use the QR code to get this home, because remember, you are spending $54 with your VIP HSN card to get this home, and you're gonna have this every tornado season, every hurricane season, every winter storm season. If you want to get it with the solar panel, and this is what I have, I hope that you get it. It's only $60 to get this home for 18 months of VIP financing. These are interest-free payments, $60. And the reason you want the solar panel is because when you need to take this outside, because the power hasn't come back on in 5 days, right? I've been there. The sun is going to power this up. So then you're not searching like, oh, I've got to go to the hotel and ask, I don't want a room, but I need the lobby. I need to try to power this up. No, the sun is going to power this for you, and you're going to have this forever. The solar panel is normally a $700 purchase, and right now I think we have it on sale for $400. But the fact that when you get the solar panel deal here with that option, you're saving $1,400 today. This is the lowest price we've ever done. We're giving you the trolley. I want you to know it is so important that you get this trolley. I don't have this trolley, so that you're able to wheel this around and be able to have your, your solar panel, have your EcoFlow, and please pick up the battery. Your trolley's gonna handle all of this. Many of you are picking up the battery as well, because the battery, to have an extra battery, you're doubling your power. One battery is $1,400. That's more than the deal I'm offering here. So get the battery when we've knocked $600 off. It's a steal to get a second battery, and I'm so glad that many of you are picking it up. And you also spread your payments out over 5 months to get home the battery that is on sale. But to be able to get this trolley, you guys, you are just gonna have peace of mind. I can't say enough that if you have ever been in a situation where you don't have power, you can't see to even go into the bathroom, you have animals, you have kids, you may have elderly loved ones. It's very stressful. You can't eat. And what do we need to survive? We need to be able to eat. So let this power up your refrigerator. 99 appliances here. Let this power up. We need to be able to sleep. You've got to be comfortable. You've got to have the fan if you need it. You've got to have the heater if you need it. Let this power it up. If you work from home, and even if you don't, you've got to be able to keep your job, because because my husband works in IT, and even though the hurricane hit here, his bosses are in Timbuktu, and they're wondering if you can talk to the people in Paris today and in Italy. They have all these clients around the world, and so this gives me peace of mind that even my husband can keep working. And if you don't have peace of mind, to me, that even makes you not be able to sleep, Justin. So this was one of those. I have a lot of wants, right? I love fashion, I love jewelry. Look at my outfit, isn't it so cute? No, this is a need. That's why it's the best purchase, because it's not about what we desire. We don't have to have clothes and cute jewelry and all of that, but you do have to have something to make life go on when life throws you a curveball, like a hurricane or like a tornado or like those fires. And what's great about this, our little one, we even took to the hotel. We went to a hotel, because sometimes you're gonna leave the house because they're telling you the winds are so bad and you have trees and you don't want them to fall over your house. You're gonna take this with you to the hotel, because guess what? Sometimes the hotel loses power. So if you've got your generator, and my husband still needed to work, that happened when we went up to a hotel once and we still had our EcoFlow. He was still able to work because, let's just face it, your bosses want productivity. They're like, hey, are you okay? Oh, I'm glad you're okay. Can you jump on right now and handle this?
Oh, you're okay, good, because we need you to work.
That's what my husband was facing. And then with the CPAP machine, he can't sleep without that. He's been through so many studies and, losing weight. He still needs a CPAP machine. And those are the type of things. That's why I say I'm so passionate about this. If there's one thing that you order from HSN, it is an EcoFlow, because you're gonna have it forever. And call me cheap or call me what. I was like, I don't have $5,000 for a generator that you gotta gas up and get fuel and all of that, and I just moved here. So this is what everybody told me to get, and this is what I tell everybody else to get when they move here. But no matter where you live, the winter storms are coming again. That knocks out power. It could be a freaking squirrel chomping down on something, and it messes up the whole neighborhood.
It's happened. I was one of, I think, 4 or 5 houses. Somebody accidentally ran into one of the power poles, knocked the power pole down. There's those moments, and like you said, whether it's the squirrel, whether it's just the high winds or the heavy ice that's on some of these power lines, or what we've seen even here, and I know we were just talking about it, in California with these fires, what they've done is they get proactively to just turn off all these different power lines, because in these high winds, it's typically these power lines that are the ones that are setting off these fires, so they'll turn the power off. And often, even if it's not that, what we've seen happen too is during the summertime, when what we're doing is we're hot, and it's hot inside, so what we do, we turn on the air conditioning, but that overloads the power grid, so then they end up doing these kind of planned blackouts. They'll turn off the power. You're turning the power off. I pay for the power bill every single month, right? I'm making sure that I pay it. I need it, and you're gonna turn the power off. This is about, in any type of situation, and often I'll even mention it too, which is, how long would it take to get prepared and ready if we're just out of power for 5 to 10 hours? Is it gonna be worth it to me to go out and get fuel, to get oil, to get that set up, that generator set up, or never even leave the comfort of my home and then grab my EcoFlow? And now I love the fact that we do have it on the trolley, so it's even more portable than ever. And Debbie, you were just talking about it. Are there alternatives out there where you can spend $5, $10, $15, $20, $50,000 on a generator? Yeah, you know what that is though? That's a permanent install. So if you're gonna live there forever, great. If you're gonna move, okay. If you're a renter, that's not something you're gonna do. But what happens if you do wanna bring that power with you? So now we're just talking about, as Debbie was saying, what we end up doing is if we do evacuate, well, how are you going to take that power? And you know what ends up happening? And it always happens. It's Murphy's Law that we try to get out of the way of the storm, and the storm follows us. It happens all the time. So no matter what, you can take that power with you. That's why we say it's power your life, but power your life wherever your life might be. And in any type of situation you might be. And again, I do want to mention the extra battery, because I know it is very popular. It stacks right on top. It is going to double your power, double your time. You can, in fact, triple the amount of power, because we can actually have 2 additional extra batteries. It's $1,400 you're saving. Essentially, at its regular price, you could now triple the power, okay, for what you would be spending on the regular price. I love that. We do have the additional solar panels. I know for any of you who want to have more solar, you're going to have up to 1,000 solar watts to charge your power station even faster. It's also converts it into a solar generator. This is one of the things that as we kind of get into it, and I said this is like an educational kind of hour, because what this is it is a solar generator. As soon as I connect my solar panel to my power station, not only am I recharging it, but I can now have what we call pass-through charging. So whatever I've got plugged into my EcoFlow, for instance, my light or my fan or my CPAP machine, during the day, and the sun's out, now the sun is powering all these different appliances, if this is at 100%. So these are things to consider as well, especially when we start to think about, well, when we look at the alternatives and we think about gas and we think about, well, this is loud, this is noisy, in a lot of situations it can feel very unsafe to own one of these gas generators. This is covered in warning labels. The gas can is covered in warning labels. No warning labels under EcoFlow, because this is something that you can feel comfortable and you can feel safe and you can feel confident that you're going to use. And I always say, yes, it's break glass in case of an emergency, but emergency doesn't have to be for the extremes, the tornadoes or the hurricanes. It could just be the 5 hours of being out of power. And now not the inconvenience that brings. And as you were saying, the inconvenience could be, well, I need to work, or I need my medical devices, or I want to make sure that the refrigerator's running. And I want you to consider as well, when we start to prioritize things, if you view this as simply making sure that your food stays cool and that you can now have hot food, that in and of itself would be worth it. This means your refrigerator stays on, you can now use your microwave, and I'm going to do that really quickly. I want to walk over to the refrigerator, because this is exactly how I used it when we were out of power for a week and a half to 2 weeks. I had my Delta 2 Max, my extra batteries all set up. Didn't know how long we were going to be out of power for. You think it's going to be a few days, and it's beyond that. Now it's a week, now it's 2 weeks. One touch of a button. Think about what it would take to do this with a gas or propane generator. One touch of a button. And now I got power to my refrigerator, power to my microwave, power to my fan, power to my light. I'm going to walk over to the microwave, because now imagine I get to now take food out of the refrigerator and now still cook inside my home. I don't have to worry about a barbecue outside. I don't have to worry about starting a fire to stay warm. All of these different things, it is the convenience that this brings instead of the inconvenience, which is, Debbie, why this has become the #1 power brand here at HSN and the #1 power station brand in the United States. This is one of the most powerful power stations. It is, in fact, the most powerful that we've done this year, and it's the lowest price that we've ever done. In fact, when we launched this was over $2,000. So when you consider that, it is still the latest and greatest and unbelievably affordable today.
Absolutely. You guys, the fact that it's over 50% off, we've never done it before. It's the lowest price. Why are we doing it right now? Because there's a lot going on in the world. We have these winter storms knocking out power. We have wildfires knocking out power. Hurricane season that's lasting longer than it's ever been. We want you to have peace of mind. So you have a couple of choices of how you want to pay for this. I do hope that you do the 18-month VIP financing, which means you're using your HSN card, or you can even use your QVC card. If you want to get the Delta Max and you want to get it without the solar panel, you have to hurry, because that option is almost selling out. It is only $54.44 on your HSN card or QVC card. Okay, we have, less than 100 left. And then if you want to get it with the solar panel, which I think is your best option, because the solar panel alone is usually $700, and it's $1,400 off this option of you getting the Delta Max, getting the solar panel. With both options, it's $60. That's all, $60. And you're going to get the trolley too. So if you get the solar panel, remember, this allows you to power this baby by the sun. So why would you not have that option when power goes out and you're like, oops, I need some more power for me to have my power station inside of my home? Your solar panel is going to do it for you. So I do hope that you have peace of mind in your household, because you never know when the power will go out. But trust me, if somebody can tell me I've never lost power, please message me, because I have lived a lot of places, right? And I've lost power in tornadoes in Texas, hurricanes here in Florida. When I lived in Indianapolis reporting the news, the winter storm knocked it out. So it happens, but you can have peace of mind so that you can eat, right? Everything's working, your refrigerator, your air fryer, you can have your coffee, you can sleep because the fans are working so that you're not too hot, or you need the heat on so that you're not too cold. And you can work if you work from home so that your livelihood can continue. You're not going to an expensive hotel that's gonna set you back and maybe have you cancel a vacation down the line. don't spend that kind of money. And you don't want to inconvenience, family members because you may have to be there a little bit longer. This allows you to take the power back by having the #1 power station brand. And we do give you a 5-year warranty. Where can you find that, right? Most places give you a 1-year warranty. When you know better, you do better. I have this. It is my best purchase. It's not about me, but I hope that you get this home because you are going to love being able to just, if the power goes out, you're just not going to freak out. You're going to have that peace about it. So we're going to take a short break, and we're going to come right back with more on the lowest price and the latest technology with the Delta 2 Max. We'll be right back.
Here at HSN, we base our retail values on nationwide information. Retail value is an indication of the price you would expect to pay for the same or similar item elsewhere, not the price at which you would be able to sell the item. Prices do vary around the country, so ours might be different from prices in your area. For more information, call one of our customer service reps at 1-800-284-3900.
All right, you guys, President's Day is right around the corner, and you know what that means. Great sales on great mattresses. And of course, HSN is bringing you one of the greatest mattress deals out there. But why wait? You can actually find our Beauty Rush Today's special right now and take advantage of it, even though President's Day is officially tomorrow. So Justin Hyatt is in the house because that means we have the best deal we have ever done on this EcoFlow Delta 2 Max. It's the lowest price, the latest technology. If you're just joining us, I'm Debbie D, and you have 2 options to make. Either way, you are over 50% off. So if you want to get this home without the solar panel so that you have your electric power station in your home to power up 15 appliances, devices, whatever you need, and it basically powers up 99% of what's in your home. You can get this home for $54.44 without the solar panel, okay? If you want to get it with the solar panel, with VIP financing, you can get it home for $60. So spend $6 more, have the solar panel so that you can always have this powered by the sun to make sure you have the power that you need. If you want to get it without the solar panel, 112 left. So don't wait. And Justin, what I love about this, we use this so that our TV is running. My husband needs his computer. He's an IT person, and so all the stuff that he has to do, people are calling him all the time. Stuff is breaking down. I don't understand it, but hey, he's always on his computer. Kingston, on his computer, doing his homework. And life goes on, and I've got to have my coffee right when this stuff happens, and I've got to be able to feed the family when this stuff happens. The fact that you got to be able to sleep when this stuff happens. You have air with the fans. You've got the heater, the little portable heaters, everything that you need right here, and all you do is push a button. I want everybody to know how simple this is.
Yeah.
And can you show them that? Because the simplicity of it, we don't need anything complicated. I don't want to read a bunch of directions. And I was able to teach my 13-year-old, just you hit this button if the power goes out, if we're gone.
The funny part of it is that you really don't need any instructions. I mean, we give you all the instructions that you need. I know we got a great customer support email as well, but essentially, you plug it in, you charge it up, you press one touch of a button, you turn it on, and then we do have some of these buttons right here, and we even have one that's on the back side. You turn it on, and that turns on all of the different ports as well. That's what gives you the power to all of those different outlets, and that's it. Right? And so when we talk about the simplicity, you're like, okay, well, why is that so easy compared to what? Compared to this, right? We compare apples to apples on what we would consider backup power, and I mean backup home power, right? See these numbers right here? That means this generator can run up to 3,300 watts. Do you know what your Delta 2 Max, which by the way, this is well over 100 pounds, this does not have USB ports, it has two AC outlets. Do you know how much power this can run? 3,400 watts. So this can run higher wattage than your generator. But you know what this doesn't need? It also doesn't need gas. This doesn't start with one touch of a button. It used to, but that battery's dead. Ours does. This doesn't have an LCD display, so when this starts to run out of gas, I'm not going to be able to see it. And you know what? This actually has Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. I can have this downstairs while I'm upstairs. I can see exactly how much power. I can control the different outlets and what's running and prioritize. I can't do that with this. This I can run inside, this I can't. So when I'm running it inside, what are we thinking about? Well, where are the places that we would be running it inside? How about the bedroom? Okay, that generator, if we've ever been around one, we know it's extremely loud. This is 30 decibels. I've got my fan running right here on my EcoFlow little portable AC unit right here, and you cannot even hear the EcoFlow on. It is 30 decibels. It is whisper quiet. Again, one touch of a button is going to turn on that LCD display. It's going to tell me that I can run this little fan right here on my portable AC unit for 44 hours. 44 hours. That was nearly how long we could run that CPAP machine for. Remember, that's off of just one charge. That doesn't consider the fact that when we have the solar panels connected to this. So imagine right now, Debbie, this is a perfect example. We can have, remember, we can have 1,000 watts of total solar input, right? We can see right now that fan running on that portable AC unit is roughly about 24 watts. That means I can grab one of the solar panels that we're getting, 160 watt solar panel, put that outside. That solar panel all day long will be running that portable AC unit, meaning that this number would virtually kind of be irrelevant because it's running off the power of the sun. Then at night, then we'd be running off of just the simple power of the power station itself. Now, I'm going to turn the CPAP machine on. When the CPAP machine turns on, I hit some button. Here we go. Turn this on really quickly here. When this turns on, we had this up to 40 plus hours. That means that if I had the extra battery, now we're at 80 hours. How many weeks of being able to run all of these different appliances for? And now we're getting all the different applications. Here's the other thing. This is also considered a EPS, an emergency power source. So when I have this plugged into the wall, Debbie, and this works actually perfect for your husband who works from home. He's got all of his different electronics set up, and he's working with the bosses that are in Timbuktu. Well, you know what happens is when you lose power, all the work that you're working on, you lose that too. Not if he's got it plugged into his EcoFlow. So EcoFlow plugged into the wall, computers plugged into the EcoFlow. As soon as the power goes out, EcoFlow in just about 30 milliseconds kicks in and continues to power all the different things that we've got plugged in. So whether it's for an emergency backup source for your electronics, or electronics, for instance, like a CPAP machine, or this is how I used it. When we had to evacuate, I actually plugged my refrigerator in, so as soon as the power went out, the refrigerator still stayed cool. And I did it for my fish tank. So when we were at home and we had to evacuate, we were gone for a few days. That way, when the power